That is discipline. User can only select best information based on the requirement.
Dear participants, very good morning. So, thanks for joining with us again. So, last 2 days, we have seen um, two topics. The first topics, advantage of being student entrepreneur. The second topic was validating the business without building the product. Okay, so those two sessions was goes very nice. So today we have to go in the session funding opportunities for student startups. So today also we have the speaker, resource person, Mr. Ashok Kumar V. He's the founder of Auto Energy. Um, so the same rules will continue today also. So in the first 45 minutes will be the session. Okay. So please, the YouTube viewers, please don't chat anything apart from the questions asked by the speaker. So please respond for the questions only. So if you have any personal questions, you can ask at the question and answer session. So please cooperate with us. Please post any spam messages in the chat box. There will be affect the other participants also. So please cooperate with us, and the certificate will be given to those who are attending the all the three sessions. Okay, so the certificates will be given within 2 or 3 days. Okay, after the webinar. So, because of you, I am welcome Mr. Ashok Kumar to take the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Sathivel, for the intro. So, I am audible to everyone. Can you please confirm in the YouTube chat? I am audible to everyone. Okay, so fine. So, good morning to one and all. Welcome to the session 3. So, most of the students were having the question of what are the funding opportunity?
Ashok sir, Ashok sir.
Hi sir.
There is a small voice there.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Nice. So please, and I think fan sound on it. Okay, now okay, sir.
So now it's clear?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sathivel. So guys, good morning. Welcome to the session 3 of the webinar, How to Become a Student Entrepreneur. In this session, we'll see what are the various government schemes and grant opportunity to fund your startup. Okay. So initially, first question, why you need funding? So what is the necessity of the funding? So the thing is, whenever you want to build a product, typically when you are building a physical hardware, you need money to capital amount to procure the raw materials or any accessories required. Another thing is, if you are building a team, to pay them some amount of stipend and to the employees, and if some commercial space you are taking as a rent, in that case you need funding. But being a student entrepreneur, major cost what you need is for product development. So most of the funding which you get will go into the physical hardware development. Or in case of software development, it can be done with minimal capital, because there are a lot of resources which are giving a free type version. For example, if you see Google Cloud or AWS, if you look any softwares, most of them are open source and they don't charge anything. So when you are coming to software development, your most important cost will be your human resources. Other than that, there is no need for physical physical assets like any kind of hardware or servers required. Servers also, there are free versions available given by AWS and Google Cloud. So in the first session, what we understood is startup is equal to growth. So startup is a company that is designed to or created to grow very quickly. So that we understood. And in the second session, we made the most important learnings. Any startup idea is an hypothesis. So it is a set of facts or data we have assumed in our mind. So that we have to go to the market, talk to the customer, and understand it. So to do so, we have seen customer discovery. So the customer discovery include 5 steps. The first step, what we do is we just develop a business model Canva with all the hypotheses in it, like what is our value proposition, how we are going to make money from the customer, who are our customer. Then we will conduct a customer interview where we try to understand their pain points, what does their real life look like. Then in the third step, we try to collect all the data from the customer interview and try to verify whether a hypothesis what we have made is correct or wrong. So based on that, we'll iterate our business model Canva. When it is done, then at the step 4, we'll present our solution to the customer. What are the product feature? How our product will look? What is the pricing? Based on that, the customer will give a feedback whether he is ready to buy the product or he's going to buy the product. What is the thing he is looking from the product? Whether the product or service which you are providing is serving his problem. That is the important feedback you may get it. Based on that, you can tweak your product. Okay. So now, generally, we in the previous session we talk about startup ideas, how to evaluate startup idea. So startup idea consists of 3 parts. It is a problem, solution, and insights. What is the unique insights you have about your product that is going to grow exponentially? That's what we see. So from idea to product, for to develop product, there are different stages. That is, from idea, you will go to POC, proof of concept. So you have an idea. Idea is something on the paper. So you want to develop any kind of software, algorithm, or hardware to show a minimum, not a perfect model, a minimum model to show that you are capable of developing the technology. So that is called proof of concept. Then prototype. Prototype is a from proof of concept to prototype is like kind of a physical working model. So proof of concept, you will just say conduct a experiment in the lab and show it is working in a desired condition or desired environment. Prototype is like which solves the basic problem or a minimum physical hardware which will solve a minimum problem. Okay. Next is the minimum viable product. Prototype is completely in the lab. Minimum viable product is which you, when in your idea is developed into prototype or a product, if it goes to market and the customer use it, it is called minimum viable product. Minimum viable product is like a minimum requirement. The customer the customer can use your product. Okay, that is the minimum product which the customer can use and solve his problem. Okay. So that's the important thing. Then go to market. So the third part is last part is go to market. Once you have made a product, how you are going to reach multiple customers and sell your product. So these are the different stages of idea. So the funding requirement for each stage varies. When it comes to idea to proof of concept, it can be done in a lab and it needs minimal cost. From proof of concept to prototype, it needs capital. If you are building a hardware, it need some kind of a heavy capital for it. If you are building an electric vehicle or if you are doing a biomedical product, some people may be building a basic like water dispensing machine, or some people may try to build a fuels, biofuels from algae, everything. So in that case, the capital is going to be very intensive. Okay. Then next is a minimum viable product is like an initial 10 customers. So you have to identify an early adopter for your product and push your product to them and run pilot, a few pilot. Okay. Then next is go to market strategy. Go to market strategy is where you need a sales team, marketing team, where you have to expand your whole team so your product can reach multiple person. So for that, you need more higher capital. So these stages can be classified as TRL levels. So TRL levels are technology readiness level. So there are different stages of TRL level: TRL 1, TRL 2, TRL 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yesterday, people told so some people have a startup idea. So just please try to analyze which technology level you are in your idea is. For example, it is a basic principle. Okay, is just a like a very blank idea, then it is a TRL level 1. TRL 2 is you have something on your documents, like you have collected the data, you have some research paper or some lab result. In that case, you have some research paper which shows this may work. Then it is called TRL level 2, which shows that the technology or concept what you are trying to do is feasible. Second part is proof of concept, where you do some kind of lab experiment or to show that it works. Some kind of lab test report may act as a output for the TRL level or proof for TRL level. Then TRL 4 is developing a prototype and testing it in the lab. And TRL 5 is if you have multiple systems, like multiple subsystems integrating together and working on it. Then TRL 5 or 6 are mostly similar. So in TRL 5, you work on the subsystems. In TRL 6, you integrate all the subsystems into a system and develop a prototype. Okay. Then TRL level is where you run your pilot project. So you talk with your customer, you try to work your put your product in the live working condition environment, customer environment, and try to check whether it works or not. Then based on the feedback, you check whether the system is completed and qualified. Then you will prove the operation prove it in the operational environment. It is so it's like getting some kind of certification. In case of biomedical or in case of electronic hardware, you have to get C certificate. In biomedical, there are a lot of certification needed to use it in the hospital. So this kind of certification will get it in the TRL level 9. Okay. Next is we'll see what stage of various stages of funding or various types of funding typically. So grants, seed, angel, VC, private equity, and IPO. So grants are very, very initial stage where we are very having a basic idea. In that case, you can go for a grant. So grants are generally given by government or non-profit organization. Next round is seed. Seed is like where you get money from your people you trust, your friends and family. Initial like 1 to 2 lakhs. Grants are also in the range of 1 to 10 lakhs. Seed is also in the range of 1 to 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs range, where you try to get money from your friends and family who are from your incubator. If you are, for example, most of the college have an incubator which support the startup idea. They give spaces, they mentor the startup. So this kind of activity, the incubator performs. Okay, though during the seed stage, you get this kind of support from the incubator also. Next is angel funding. So angel funding is where you will dilute your equity. To be precise, your company is like 100%. So you own you and your co-founder, you are 2% in the team, and you own 100% of the company, each 50%. Now, if another person comes for grant, it is they are not going to take any equity from your company. They are not going to take a percentage of share from your company. But in case of angel, VC, private equity, and seed also, they will take some percentage of shares from your company. So in case of angel investor, they try to take 5 to 15% of your company for an amount of 1 to 2 crores. Okay. And in case of VC, it is like a series funding. So there you will go for more higher funding, like 5 million, 5 million to 15, more than like 100 million also you go. So based on series level, series A, B, C, D are there. So first round of series VC funding is called series A. Second round is called series B, C, D, like that. How many round you raise money from the investor, it will go A, B, C, D. Then private equity is similar to VC. So VC invests in very early stage startup. A private equity is like a private limited company where they have grown and they are trying to raise money. So initial public offering. So once your company has become profitable, you have a very good business model. You are very stable. In that case, the company can apply for IPOs. So in case of IPOs, you raise money from common people. So it's like in the stock market, putting your shares in the stock market and allowing the people to buy the shares. So we talked about minimum viable product previously. So minimum viable product from the day one, you should solve a minimum problem to the customer. For example, if a customer want to travel from A to B, you should his main problem is he has to travel from A to B. So you can travel through cycle also, bicycle also, or car. So from the day one, yeah, we have to give a solution in such a way like he is able to function. It is able to solve his problem from day one. Okay, so you should not be like I will develop whole vehicle, then only later only I will come and give to the customer so it can travel from A to B. It cannot be so like that. So from the day one you have to solve minimum problem. His problem is to he has to travel from A to B. If you are using cycle, he is going to travel a little slower. It is going to be time consuming. If it is bike, it is going to be more faster, but you don't have any comfort or convenience. But if you are providing a vehicle, then it has more convenience compared to other two. So minimum viable product should solve the customer problem from the day one. It has only one or three features. It does basic functions only. Okay. So then first we have to understand what is grant. So grants are not repayable funds given by a government department or non-profit entity for startup for the growth of startup idea. So whenever you get grant from the government or any non-profit organization, you don't need to repay it. Okay, you can use it if you fail also. For example, you spend 5 lakhs to build your product, but your product didn't work. If you fail also, no one is going to come and question you. So the grant is money which is not repayable. Okay, you don't need to give back, and they don't take any percentage of company from you also. But in case of seed funding, angel, VC, or private equity, there will be a small amount of funding, percentage of equity you have to dilute. Okay. So, and people have asked a few questions like, what is incubator? So, incubator is like for baby. You have heard about incubator with respect to like a baby in an incubator. Similar way, a startup idea is like a baby. So, to support a startup idea, there are a lot of incubators. Like how college give education to students. Similar way, incubator helps to nurture entrepreneurs. So, there are a lot of technology. They are called as TBIs, Technology Business Incubator. So most of the college have TBA currently, and they get funding from government, and they give some seed grant to the student entrepreneurs, and they connect you with the mentors. They provide lab access. For example, if you want to do any physical hardware, you need a fabrication lab. So you may be looking electronics lab or mechanical lab, mechanical lathe. So this kind of support this incubator will provide. So incubator nurtures the startup idea to till the product development. Okay. After that, there is accelerator. Then comes VC. So there are different other stakeholders. So, okay, so let's start. This is the important part. What are the funding sources available for the students? So, first thing is innovation voucher program. So, if you have a startup idea and you want to grow from idea to prototype, or you want to just do the market analysis, in that case, innovation voucher program will be the most viable funding, and they give funding up to 2 lakhs and 5 lakhs. Okay, next for us is Nidi Prayas. Nidi Prayas is a grant program given by government of, first voucher is given by government of Tamil Nadu, and Nidi Prayas is given by the central government. Okay, so the central government is giving a fund up to 10 lakhs for building your hardware prototype. Next is Prism. Prism is also promoting innovation in individual startup and MSME. So it is mostly for MSME and startups and individual also. If you are individual, if you are a student, you come under the category of individual. You can get grant up to 2 lakhs, 20 lakhs for building your prototype. And another thing is big grant. So big grant is completely for biotechnology. And if you are developing biofuels, if you are developing any medical equipments, medical diagnostics devices, or wearable technology for monitoring the health of any person, in that case, category it comes under a big grant. So big grant is available for individual also. Any students can apply big grant, and the grant amount is up to 50 lakhs. This amount like IVP, Nidi Prayas, Prism, and big grant, you don't need to give back the money to the government. Okay, this you can use for your product development. If your product is not successful also, there is no necessity to give back the money. So that is the important advantage of using grant. So once using this grant, if you are able to develop your product, then you can go to outsider like angel investors and VC for the next round of funding. So based on this product, you are able to build trust. Like you are capable of building a product. You have technology expertise. So you are able to understand and solve the customer problem. So you show your progress. Based on the progress, the customer will be happy to so able to get grants. Okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted in between. So we will look into each of these grant. What are the eligibility criteria? What are the terms and condition? And we'll look how we can apply for it. Next is there may be few students who may be passing out. So students who are graduating or in the final year, you want to get into entrepreneurship, but you don't have an idea. So in that case, that is called Nidi EIR, entrepreneurs in residence. In this program, the government is able to give grant amount of around 30,000 per month to entrepreneurs for a span of 12 months. In this space, you can work on your idea. You can, if you have multiple idea, you are trying to choose which one idea is better. In that case, this program can help you in getting more confidence about your idea, collecting facts. And in this 30 lakhs, you can take some minimum stipend from for yourself also, for your survival also. And remaining amount, you can go invest in the product development. Okay. And in case, for example, these grants like funding sources for student, IVP, Nidi, Prayas, Prism, Big Grant, these are available for both students, startups, MSME, research scholars also. So everyone, faculties also, there are some terms and conditions for faculties. So everyone can apply for it. So it includes multiple stakeholders. So it completely depends on your idea. So what is your innovation? How you are able to differentiate your product from the competitor? And are you able to make any patent? And most of these innovations support only physical product only. So they don't support any software, because for software development, the cost is minimal only. And for service business also, they don't support any service startup. So completely technology based startup who are trying to build any physical hardware based out of technology or science, they are supporting using this grant. So it is not applicable for any service businesses or any software businesses. So if you think about, let's first start with the Nidi entrepreneurship in residence. This is for completely who are in the people who are in the final year of BE, ME or research who's trying to pass out. So Nidi Prayas support up to 30,000 of grant. And with respect to this grant is valid for 12 months. So minimum grant you can get 10,000, maximum you can get 30,000 of grant. This grant is eligible for, you can get this grant amount for 12 months. Within this month, you have to work with the Nidi, some incubators. So there are some specific incubator who has access to give this grant. So you have to work with this incubator. They will provide you the office space, stipend, and they give mentor support to turn your idea or innovation into viable business. So this T-based technology business incubator will guide you and mentor you in the business planning and execution. Next is Nidi Prayas. Okay, we'll look into Nidi Prayas. So the Nidi Prayas' grand objective is to convert a science and technology-based idea into prototype of a physical product. So they completely focus on all spectrum of science and technology. It can be IoT, clean tech, or biotechnology, then biofuel. So any other medical, meditech, wearables, other things. So the grant duration is around, the grant amount is up to 10 lakhs. and you have to complete the whole project, whatever reason you are trying to get the fund. For example, for product development, I am trying to pitch for 10 lakhs. In that case, the validity of this amount is for 18 months. Within the 18 months, you have to show the progress and deplete you have to spend the 10 lakhs. The select incubator will be called Prayas, and they will get access to infrastructure, prototype, grant, and mentorship from all over network. Okay, we'll check how the Nidi Prayas website is. So this is the website for Nidi Prayas. You can go to nidiprayas.org. Guys, in YouTube it is loading a little bit slower. Let me wait for a few seconds to load it. Sorry guys, I'm waiting for the YouTube screen to load. Okay, got it. Okay. Thank you guys. So this is the Nidi Prayas website. So the objective, so why these grants are given is to, if you have any innovation as a student project or any idea, so they help to convert this idea into a product. That's the major goal of them. So you can see the objective to enable translation of innovation idea to prototype, to provide a platform for fast experimentation and modify approach in the idea to market journey. So by providing some kind of funding or grant to you, you are able to iterate your product multiple times and iterate multiple times and go to the market very faster. Okay, then we'll see what are the eligibility criteria. Okay, and one of the things, Nidi Prayas, if you want to apply, it is given to specific incubators only. They are called as a Prayas Center. So if you are interested in applying for Nidi Prayas grant, you have to go to Prayas Center only. You have to work with Prayas Center to get the grant. So in Tamil Nadu, there are around 4 or 5 Prayas Center grant. Center locations. So they are VIT, Velu Institute of Technology, PhD Tech, Veltech from Chennai, Kungu Engineering College. Okay, another one is there, I think so. So these are the people who are eligible to give this grant to you. So you will initially there will be application. You will submit your application to these centers. They will verify the application whether your idea is innovative, it can be patentable, it solves any real problem. Is there any customer for the problem what you are solving? So this kind of evaluation they will do, and they will make an agreement with you. So you have to work focus fully on this grant. This grant cannot be used as a as a side project. Okay, you have to be mostly, for example, if you're a student, you can get a NOC from your college. My college is not obstructing the work what I am trying to do. So you have to get NOC from your college. You can proceed with your startup idea. Then you can collaborate with this Nidi Prayas Center and execute the project. So they will provide the grant amount also. You have to give the technology roadmap, how I am going to build the product, what is the funding requirement, where I will spend the funding, who are the collaborators, what are the raw materials I need. So you have to give more detailed document to them about the progress, which are already given here. In the website also you can check. These applications are already available. Okay, and they most of this funding will given to only the new ideas. They try to support only the new ideas. Okay, and you can see here what are the Nidi Prayas centers. If anyone is from outside Tamil Nadu, you can check here. In this Nidi Prayas, there is called a Prayas Center. In that, they have given what are the list of incubator to whom you can communicate and access for the grant. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's loaded in the YouTube. Now you can check. If people can go to this link, you can see whichever college or institute is nearer to your location. You can connect with them. You can pitch your idea to them, and they will evaluate your idea and they will give grant amount to you. Okay. Similar for entrepreneurship in Nidi, here also you have similar setup. So now you can see NidiAR.in. This is the website. Here you can see what are the terms and conditions for applying the NidiAR. Okay, entrepreneurship in residence program. Next is Prism. So Prism is also a similar grant program that you can see here in promoting innovation in individual and individual startup and MSME. So here you can see what are the criteria they have given. So Prism phase 1, here it is given for proof of concept, prototype or model development. So the maximum support is given is around 2 lakhs, in which 90% of the total project cost will be given by the, for example, your project cost is around 2.5 lakhs. So in that case, 90% will given by the Prism team. Remaining amount you have to contribute. So maximum you have to minimum at least contribute 10% of your project. That is the important criteria. Any citizen, including student innovator, can avail support to develop their novel idea to demonstrate model and prototype. Here you can see the condition they have given. Any students can students can do it. But in case of category 2, if you have fabrication of working model, process, how to do testing and trial, in that case they will give grant amount up to 20 lakhs. In that case you should be an Indian citizen and you should have passed out of the college. So initially in final year, if you are able to climb Prism category 1 phase 1, then you can develop a proof of concept, and in the later stage you can go for Nidi Prayas, so which is supported for the student. Then after two years you can go for this grant where they will support up to 20 lakhs for your product development. And one important term with respect to Nidi Prayas will support only for idea to prototype or product development. If you are coming to a product development, you are trying to do marketing or some other activities, Nidi Prayas fund cannot be applicable for it. So it is completely for idea to proof of concept development or prototype development stage only. Next is innovation voucher program. So this is the most easiest form of grant which is available. So who is EDA? So it is provided by Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute. So EDA is the Entrepreneurship Development Nodal Agency for Government of Tamil Nadu. So they provide this voucher program. So it is completely a grant program. So the main goal why the innovation voucher program is started to increase the innovation capacity of MSME, turn the idea into product, innovative product and services. So it is also enable collaboration between the industry, colleges and government. and to increase awareness about the participation of MSME in science and innovation. So students can also apply for it. Okay, so these are the main goal why innovation voucher program is. So what are the stakeholders? Who are the stakeholders in the program? So EDA will be the Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute, which is the government of Tamil Nadu nodal agency, is one of the stakeholders. Another thing is applicant like student or MSME. They are the science stakeholders, and the third stakeholders is knowledge partner or research institutes. Okay, so these people are these three people come together and work for innovation voucher program. So the EDA will provide the grant and the application will come with the innovation idea. So if you have any idea which you want to convert to a product, it can be also basic market research or some kind of R&D you are trying to develop. The applicant can collaborate with the knowledge partner. For example, you can approach your student, your department itself. If you are in your college, you can approach the department and say, I'm interested in to develop this R&D project. Please help me. So the knowledge project will be providing you the expertise. They will give lab access. They will assign you mentor and help to develop your product. And this you knowledge partner go to EDA together and ask for grant amount. So if your project cost is around 2.5 lakhs, so the EDA will be able to support up to 2 lakhs, which is 2 lakhs, and the remaining 20% you have to be precise. If your project value is around 2.5 lakhs, the 80% of amount EDA will support. Remaining 20% you have to put your own money. Okay, so the most important factor here is like you have to put a minimum amount of money to show that you are responsible about your idea. You are interested to work on your projects, and you both go through the EDA, and EDA will provide you validate your idea, the capabilities of the knowledge partner, and they will provide the grant amount. Okay, there are two kind of vouchers, voucher A and voucher B. So where you can apply for voucher A is if you are looking for technology roadmap or basic market research, feasibility study of your idea, material or design studies. If you are going for any R&D for new project or process, you can go for voucher A. So voucher A, they give grant up to 2 lakhs. Okay, which is 80% of the total cost of your project. For example, your project cost is around 2.5 lakhs. So EDA will be capable of giving 80%, which is around 2 lakhs. Okay, remaining 20% you have to put on your own hand from your money. So it's from your pocket. It's around 50,000. Voucher B is for completely service engineering, design services, prototyping, or a technology transfer or IP procurement. So if you want to do any kind of product testing, getting certifications or validation, comes under voucher B. All the go-to-market activities comes under voucher B. Here the government is able to give grant up to 5 lakhs, which is 50% of the total project cost. For example, if your project cost is around 10 lakhs, so my project is around 10, to complete my project, it requires around 10 lakhs. In that case, the government will be able to support only 50% of the amount, which is around 5 lakhs. Remaining 5% you have to put from your pocket, so that you are showing I am capable of investing my time and sincerity towards your idea. Okay. So these vouchers are like entry into research. Voucher A is for entry into research. Voucher B is for entry into product. Okay. So validity and function. So the innovation voucher program is for 12 months. So if you have an idea and you propose your idea or your activity to the EDA, so the project should be completed within 12 months from the date of issue. So if I am putting an innovation voucher program from next month, so within the 1 year, we have to complete your project. So in case of voucher A, I previously told 80% of the will be the knowledge partner cost and 50% of the knowledge partner cost. So if you and knowledge partner collaborate together to work on a project, so the total cost is around 2.5 lakhs. In that 2.5 lakhs is the total cost to complete the project, which is the knowledge partner cost. In that 80% will be provided by the Tamil Nadu government, which is up to maximum they will provide only 2 lakhs. If your project is around 2 lakhs only, in that case your 80% will be X amount that EDA will provide. Remaining 20% we have to put from our pocket. So in case of voucher B, it is the maximum grant amount is about 10 lakhs, in which 50% of the knowledge partner cost the EDA will accept. So if you are so remaining 5 lakhs we have to put from our pocket. So eligibility, this is open to all the people, MSME or startup. You as a student you can register your idea as a MSME, okay, and it should be registered in Tamil Nadu, okay. And the CIBIL score for MSME it is required, which is operating for 1 or 2 years. But if you are a student, you are starting idea from the scratch. In that case, you don't need to show it because you are a very young company. You didn't have any like profit before it, profit or business before it. So that in that case, your eligibility, you don't need to show your income tax or CIBIL score. And with respect to knowledge partner, you should not have any prior contact with the knowledge partner. So typically, for example, I have an idea. So I collaborate with the Anand City, some department, for example, triple department. So I say to go to the triple department and I say, I want to develop a battery pack for a electric vehicle. And they will ask what is the innovation thing compared to other battery packs available in the market, how we are going to, what is the project cost, kind of basic questions will be there. So I will be giving all the information to them, and we will both go together to the EDA, and EDA will ask, will check the credibility of the knowledge partner, whether the knowledge partner is able to do the idea or a proposal what you are going to give to them. Okay. One important thing is like a knowledge partner will be a collaborator with you. So mostly you will do all the activities. In that way, knowledge partner will guide or they will use some kind of expertise to support you. Okay, and the amount which the EDA is giving, it will completely come to the knowledge partner only. So if you spend something on hardware, you have to submit the bill to the knowledge partner and they claim the amount. Okay. Who are the knowledge partner? Any reputed national institutes or research department in universities or higher secondary institutes, higher education institutes, and research labs of MSc, MSME, or any fabrication labs or in any consulting firm which has 2 years of experience or considered as knowledge partner. So the process is simply you will have application form which you have to submit in the online, and there will be a technical committee which will evaluate your startup idea, whether they will check basically these 5 questions. So what is the problem you are trying to solve? Who is the beneficiary or who is the consumer going to use having this problem? What is the solution you are providing to them? Whether the solution which you are providing is innovative, it has any uniqueness. This is the important criteria they will check. And who is your knowledge partner? To whom you are collaborating with them? What are their expertise? And what is your financial requirement? So what is the budget requirement? How you are going to spend the money? So these are the basic questions they ask. If you are able to crack this, give a clear answer about these questions, you can get this voucher program. Okay. So let's see some few of the applications form. Let me open the IVP application form. So let me wait for the screen to load in YouTube. Okay, done. Okay. So the innovation voucher program is an online application. Currently, I'm just copied all the questions which are asked over there and put it in the form of a Word document. So basically, they ask about what is your project title, what is the innovation you are trying to do, and a detailed description about your project area. So the detailed description should have what is the innovation proposed, what is the scope and objective of the project. Scope means what are the things I am trying to complete in the project. So, and what are the things I am trying to achieve out of this project. So, for example, I am trying to build a biomedical oximeter to measure oxygen level. I am building a wearable. In that case, your scope should be measuring oxygen level. Objective is to overcome the COVID condition. You can measure the oxygen level. So, what is the outcome you are going to complete out of this project? Then, what are the activities? What are the roles and responsibilities? What are the different milestones, deliverables in this project that you have to list down? Then the role of knowledge partner. Who is your knowledge partner? So you have to collaborate with the knowledge partner who will in turn help you or in completing your project. So we will say what are their roles. So what are the capabilities they have? They have any lab facilities or other things that we have to push here, mention here. The budget. So what are the costs involved in your project? So it can be any service cost or any other raw materials, any testing. For example, if you are going to other lab and that, doing testing, there will be some minimal charges. So that also you can include in this budget. And the capabilities of the applicant and team. And we have to prove why your team is strong enough to execute this project. That part you have to provide here. And what is the impact your innovation is going to bring here? So then we have to give a project summary, why this project is needed, the competitive advantage of of this project, the level of impact and change the project can bring through innovation. So it's completely, it cannot be generic term. We have to put some numbers to prove, that your project is capable of doing well in the market, or it can help this to solve people problem. And the capacity and of the applicant to achieve innovation. So it's completely pitching about yourself, why you are capable, what are the technical background you have, what are the skill sets you have, so that you can complete this project. So other than that, we have to consider what are the sector they are supporting. They are supporting health, education, healthcare, water and sanitation. So if you have any idea, if comes in this category and other category also, they are ready to support it. For example, can be construction, mineral and mining, fishing, forestry, agriculture, everything they are ready to support. For example, recently a team has pitched about a vending machine for corns. So we buy corns and roadside, no? So they have provided a vending machine for it, and another team is providing a vending machine for coconuts. So for tender coconuts, they are providing designing a vending machine. They have also won the innovation voucher program. Then, so other things are like you, for example, you can register as MSME. You can get Udyog, which is completely free. Okay, you can go to YouTube and check how to apply for Udyog. You just need PAN card. So as a student, you can apply as a PAN card, I think so. So after 18 years, you can apply PAN card. So using a PAN card, you can register as a MSME and apply for all this grant. So there won't be any issues. So we will check about Nidi Prayas also. Last application, we will go through Nidi Prayas, then we will open for Q&A. Okay. So Nidi Prayas, I think so. It's loading in the YouTube. Just wait for a few seconds. Let the screen load in YouTube. Okay. So Nidi Prayas asks for basic information. What is your name, family? What is your community? Then it will team member details. Who are the team members? How many co-founders are there? And these are the three important things. The science or working principle behind the idea, final outcome and deliverable of the project. Who would be the beneficiary of this innovation and why? So this completely can be figured out using business model Canva. If you are able to do a business model Canva, so that we can provide all the business information. For technical information, we have to show attach some kind of proof of concept or lab support for it. Then you can see what are the grant money what they are giving can be used in this following expenses. For example, outsourcing charge for R&D, design, consulting, testing, or expertise cost. So if you are getting some consulting from others, doing some kind of testing with the lab, this kind of cost can be claimed using this grant. So raw material or consumables or spares can be considered as a can be claimed using this grant amount. Fabrication or synthetic charges, basic travel or event participation. So for example, if you are trying to participate in any expos or pitching event, up to 10% of the approved project cost, you can use it for it, for the above activities. And if you are filing a patent, in that case, 10% of the approved project cost. For example, your grant maximum you can get up to 10 lakhs, but your project cost is around only 7.5 lakhs only. You need only 7.5 lakhs to complete your idea to product. In that case, the 10%, which is 75,000, will go for patent filing and other activities. If it exceeds more, then you have to put it from your own pocket. And contingency, which is 10%, which is generally given. So let's go to the terms and criteria. What is the essential criteria? We have to check. You should not have a claim Nidi Prayas from any other centers. Okay. And if you are pursuing Nidi Prayas, it should be full time only. So full time means this as a student, you can proceed full time. Okay. But after graduating, I am looking for I am working in a corporate company and I am trying to run my startup as a side project. In that case, Nidi Prayas doesn't support you. And they are, in the case of Nidi Prayas, you have to work with the Prayas Center, like a technology business incubator, who are providing this Nidi Prayas. You have to work closely with them. They have to give monthly progress. What is the expense you are doing each and every month? So complete update and progress you have to submit to this Prayas Center, which is the technology business incubator. You are collaborating with them to get the grant. So you can check through this. So you people, it's a today's session is completely a generic session. What happened? I'm just trying to give you the overview. What are the grants available here? But each application forms need a different kind of effort to fill, and it need more more number of data collection, talking with the customer, product validation, or to get the grant. So you just check out all this grant program. And if you have any query, let me put it in the chat box. So I can answer them. Okay. So these are the grants. So I have put in you can take the screenshot photo of it. So funding sources for student, this slide, and you can use it. So whatever idea you have, just try to put your business model Canva, try to talk to 10 customers and validate your idea. Okay, this idea is worth pursuing. Then go for funding. Initially go for grant amount. As a student, you are eligible for a lot of grants. Try to get a few lakhs and build your product. Then get a few customers, like 3 or 4 customers by running pilot. Then you can go for angel funding and the other round of funding. But in case of biotechnology, there will be a lot of R&D capital intensive. They can apply for BIRAR grant, which is they are providing a huge amount of 50 lakhs, through which they can validate their idea and go to market. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. And if I have any questions, you can put it in the chat. So I am watching the YouTube also. So you can put your question in YouTube chat also. So first question is there any grant for software startup? No, because developing a software startup is requires less capital only, because you need only human resources. As a 3 developer, you come together, whatever software you are developing, it is open source only. Any programming language, any framework, or any server you're trying. For example, if you are trying to buy some servers also, it is going to be free for few few days. So it is very difficult to get funding from grant for software startup, but raising funding for startup software startup is very easy, because you just have to develop a minimum landing page or your front end, and you can pitch to the investors. This is how your front end looks, or this is the problem we are trying to solve, and you can launch your app immediately in the Play Store by, if you are developing any kind of app or a web application, and from the day one you can get money from the customers. So my advice to any software startup is, your customer is the god, and customer is your first investor. So try to go to the customer and pitch your product and try to solve their problem and get money from them. Is there any grant for mechanical related startup? Yeah, if you are building any physical hardware, it is completely, you can, all these grants are eligible. Okay. Can one apply and qualify for all the funding source simultaneously, or only one at a time? So there are some grants which can be applied. For example, BioRark, if you are building a biotechnology, then you have to go for BioRark only. Okay. You can apply, if for in case of Nidi Prayas and the Nidi EIR, you can not apply for both together at the same time simultaneously. You have to complete the Nidi EIR, then only you can come to Nidi Prayas. And Nidi Prayas, you have to apply for only one idea. For example, I have 2 ideas. I form 2 teams. So I apply for Nidi Prayas in PhD step. Another I do it for VIT. This is not possible. Okay, there should be, you are eligible to apply at only one center for the same idea. And if you are working on 2 ideas, you should not be a main innovator. So there should be some other guy who has to do the other project. You can be a part of the team, but you should be owning. There are some terms and conditions for that. You can't be a main role maker person in that project. And for example, is there any medical side like CultFit? Yeah, you can get any. For example, if you are developing any wearable for healthcare tech, you can get grant from BIC also. Okay. So, are there any grant or fund for service related startup? For example, if you are doing service using product, example I told about a coconut vending machine. So previously it is service. For example, coconut is sold by a person, a physical person. Now they are using machine to sell it. In that case, it is a service business only, but they have used a product to solve the problem. So in that case, if you are having a service idea, but using a product, then it can be done. For example, if you are building urban club company or delivery, food delivery, or I am trying to develop a Zolo or Oyo kind of company where you provide service with assets, that is not eligible for funding. Sir, can other state student benefit from it? Yes. Except the innovation voucher program, other state student can apply all this program. Nidi Prayas, Nidi ER, Prism, big grant. It is eligible for everyone. Okay. Right. Someone has to unmute mute yourself. Okay. Sir, does this affect our existing career? For example, I am in engineering line working in a core company. We are technically developing a prototype and gathering fund to do this result. To this result in getting fired or management issues. For example, if you are doing a side project, make if you are doing you are working in a company, you are trying to copy something from company from technology or idea which is already the company you are working is doing, it is a issue. But if you are trying something irrelevant from the company what you are trying to do, that you can do it as a side project, and you can apply for Nidi Prayas. But once you get a grant, you have to resign from your company. Okay. So one of the eligible terms and condition is, once you receive the grant, you have to work full time. Before that, you can work with any other company; it's not an issue. But once the grant comes to is approved, you have to resign from your company. Does one qualify after finishing college? If so, still how many years? Yeah, for except all this grant can be applied by anyone. Okay. After finishing college, you can be an innovator. Okay, you don't need to be a student, but you can act as an innovator and apply for this kind of grants. So if you how to get fund for food trucks or food cafes. So food cups and food cafes are not eligible for grants, but you can apply for IVP fund. For example, if you are designing an innovative food truck, which is foldable or which is, for example, you convert 2x2 meter box into a 10x10 meter restaurant. So you make a compact design for your truck. So this kind of thing can be considered as a innovation for MSME. In that case, you can apply for IVP. Other grant you are not eligible. So other grant you have to develop a technology or any science related product. So that's the patent we solely or under name of the if you take the grant, yeah, the patent will be completely owned by the innovator or the startup company. So the government doesn't own or take any license with respect to your startup idea. So completely it is owned by yourself only. Have a query, sir. Can we get someone has asked? Can we get fund even for a non-technical ideas? Most of the, for example, you can go for angel VCC grant for non-technical ideas. But if you are looking grants, grant is completely required is for technology and science-based idea, which are innovative or unique. Okay. Should we repay the grant we receive? No, grant is the amount which is given to you for your product development. You don't need to repay the grant amount. But if you are raising fund like seed, angel, or VC, in that case, you have to give back or you have to dilute some part of your company. That's the business incubator provide technical support and bring it to a full process product. Yeah, the main purpose of the business incubator is to provide lab access. So they can link to you to an industry expert. If you want to fabricate something, they can connect with your mentor outside the universities, and they provide lab access. So you can completely develop the product using from the incubators. Okay. So what are you thinking about animal husbandry startup? It is possible in these days. For example, if you are developing a product to monitor the health of the animal, then it is fine. But if you are trying to start an animal rearing field kind of thing, they won't fund it. But if you are trying to build a technology which will help to monitor the health of the animal, movement of the animal, how the activities of the animal, if you similar to Fitbit, how we are, if you have put a Fitbit for animal to monitor their activities, health patterns and all, then it makes sense.
Ashok sir,
Hi sir.
யூடியூப்ல 2 கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. ஒன்று வந்து இவங்க ஜெயகிஷோர் அப்படின்ட்டு ஹவு டு கெட் ஃபவுண்ட் ஃபார் ஃபுட் ட்ரக்ஸ் ஆர் ஃபுட் கஃபேஸ். அண்ட் ஒன் மோர் கொஸ்டின் வந்து ஹரிகரன் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க.
ஓகே.
I'm able to get funds for plastic pyrolysis plant. Please reply it.
Okay. Okay, fine. So first question with respect to food trucks, no, absolutely no. Okay, these grants are completely provided for technology and science ideas only or innovation. So if you are developing any R&D based product, they do it. For example, food trucks and food cafes are commodity business, so there is no innovation in it, so they don't know it. But if you are developing a food which is technology based, for example, I am developing a food which I can store for multiple days, or for example, I am developing a vegan meat. For example, there are meat available in the market, but I am developing a vegan based meat. In that case, you are fundable because that is a product you are developing from the scratch and it is an innovation. And the second plant, I am developing a plastic pyrolysis plant, fund for plastic pyrolysis plant. So in this case, if your plant design is your own pattern, for example, if your plastic pyrolysis plant design is your own innovation, in that case, you can get funding. But if you are trying to work with a third-party vendor which is already available plant technology, then in that case, you will not get funded grants. Okay. Sir, can you say that about the grant available for women entrepreneurs? All these grants are available for women entrepreneurs, and women entrepreneurs are given higher preferences. Okay, because there are some percentage which has to be given for women entrepreneurs, supporting women entrepreneurs. So from other than this scheme, there are a lot of other schemes available for the women entrepreneurs. If you are going for loans, other things, there are a lot of discounts available for the women entrepreneurs. So if you have a team For example, if your CEO is a woman entrepreneur also, if you are a co-founder of 4 members, but your lead person is a woman also, you have a lot of claims, a lot of benefits to you. Okay, then so sir, the Nidi Prayas EAR program is applicable for industry cargo transportation startup. Yeah. For example, are you depends on, for example, there are companies which are developing hardware to monitor the performance of the vehicle so they can give insurance. For example, if a driver, this hardware are installed in the cargos or any, for example, lorries. So they are trying to monitor how the driver is running the vehicle and how the performance of the vehicle is there. Based on that, they are trying to give insurance. So this kind of example, for this is an example. This kind of innovation, hardware building are considered as a technology. So you can apply for Nidi EAR or Nidi Prayas. Okay. That's one qualify after. So this. So what is equities? How to dilute equities? So it is a different financial topic. So what happened? Equity is like shares. It's like a invisible asset. Okay, your company is consists of equity. It's a 100% equity. If you and co-founder comes together, you split the equity between you, and it becomes 50-50%. So you dilute each amount of your company has some value. For example, your company is valuation of 50 lakhs. So with a 100% ownership, you are having 100% ownership. If you dilute 10% of it, it is 5 lakhs. So you are giving 10% of the company in return for another 5 lakhs. So this is this finance is a different topic. We'll go into it later. Okay. So I am about to start my platform by a business incubator. Do they charge do they only charge maintenance, or it is maintenance cost? What would be the average maintenance cost? So, for example, if you are collaborating with the incubator, there are two options. They charge a user fee like 1K to 4K per month, or they take some percentage of company. For example, they try to take 3 to 5% of the company, and they give access to a lab, they give office space, they give a legal and financial advices. They help you with the legal and financial advices and financial works also. So after incubator and accelerator, who are next, sir? So, for example, incubator helps to nurture your idea from to prototype state. Then it comes to incubate, accelerator. So accelerator help you to find the first 100 customers or product market fit. After that, it's completely scaling. In that scaling, you will just take the money. You know all the processes are set. You know how to make money. So you just execute it continuously. Expand your team and execute it. Okay. So what's your point of view on research and science-based entrepreneurship? Okay, for research and science-based entrepreneurship, you have a higher advantage because you are trying to do 3 to 4 years of research. Okay, in this space, from the day one, you can think how I can make this research useful to solve a problem, or how I can make money out of this technology, what I am developing, research, what I am trying to do. So from the day one, you talk to customer, whatever idea you are working, research you are doing, try to make it relevant to the industry. And at the end of the day, make it as a pattern and try to sell the pattern to others, or you can start your own business with the pattern. So being a researcher, entrepreneur, it is has a higher advantage. So I applied for startup loan needed for service business, but last 2 years bank is not sanctioned in India. What to do? Because no, the problem is there are a lot of bad loans recently happened in the last 5 to 10 years. The credits are very poor for banks. So try to, for example, if it is a service business, it becomes a little bit difficult. You have to get money from your friends, family one day. So that is the major source. For example, you can get a loan for 50,000, 1 lakh. Based on that, show a profit of another 1 lakh. So once you show a profit, improve your business, you can get higher loans later. So from the day one, if you want to get a loan of 10 lakhs, it is not possible. You can go for a minimal loan of 50,000 or 1 lakh, make profit, show progress, then go for higher loan. What's your opinion on starting an organization as a startup? So what happened? No, it's about your mentality. Okay, are you ready to invest your time? Are you ready to work hard and pursue your idea? You have a passion for a problem what you're solving. So it has multiple things. End of the day, the reward what you get out of running a startup or own business is high compared to working to other person, working for a company, or doing working for corporate. So it's about high risk, high reward. If you are a person who is interested in taking high risk with high reward, then startup is for you. Okay. So if I have asset, if I want to get innovative idea from a consultancy, it is possible to get it, sir. If I have asset, if I want to get innovative idea from a consultancy, it is possible. Yeah, you can do it. In that case, I don't know if you are doing consultancy or you are trying to rent your assets or try to for provide service using assets. In that case, you cannot get grant, but you can start your business from the day one. You can get loan. If you have a, for example, the best money you can get is the customer money. So the customer money is the one thing which is going to help you to grow. From the day one, try to think about getting the customer money. How I can provide solution to the customer. It can be a consultant to the customer also. So customer is having a problem. He needs software, but the day one, can you sit manually and do it for him and try to earn revenue from it? So try to go for customer money if you are a service businesses. So how the business incubator takes step to help reach customer after the product is developed? So do they help in making profit? So what happened? They help you in identifying the customers. They don't do. They cannot handhold and take you to the customer. What they have, there are some frameworks like we talked about customer discovery. So they have a lot of frameworks or mentors who help you to identify the customers. So these are the customers who will pay money for the product or service you are developing. So based on it, if you as an entrepreneur, it's your responsibility to go and pitch your idea and get pitch your solution and get customers. They can help you in getting 1 or 10 customers, but if you want to reach to 1,000 or million people, it depends on your efforts only. Sir, please say about how to pattern a project nor idea as a student. So I think you can approach the IP center of your college. For example, University also have an IP center. You can call them to see how to apply your project idea to a as a pattern. So because I am not a pattern expert, so there are future sessions which has happening. So in that you can attend and understand how you can convert your idea to a pattern. So any other questions, guys? Put it in your YouTube chat. Okay. And you can, if you have people in the Zoom, you can unmute and also ask questions. Okay, how are the big brand very successful, sir? So, for example, any company, they started very small only. One thing is they are able to identify the exact problem and provide a better solution to it continuously. So that's the advantage of building brand. Okay, most important thing, you don't think about brand, other things and all. And currently, you as a startup, your main goal is to your main activity is to do two things. One is talking to the customer to understand their problem. Other thing is building product. Focus initially on these two things for up to for 100 customer. After that, you can think about branding in the later stage. Okay. So someone has asked, sir, can we receive grant if you are buying a land or starting agriculture? No, absolutely no. Yeah, it's completely for technology. Land is a commodity and you are not going to do any kind of innovation and it's not an idea also. So grants are not provided. So what you have to look for loan. Okay. So can I fund for introducing a new food product like snacks and breakfast and food? Yes, absolutely yes. I told about an example, no? That is called vegan meat. So people generally there are meat from animal. there are plant-based meat. So similar texture, similar taste, they are trying to develop meat out of plant-based product. So these are kind of food innovation. So if you are trying to develop specific food product just out of box, then that you can put it as you can get grant. Okay. So my can you say about your experience as an entrepreneur? Okay. So coming to that question, I will answer another question before here. If we do hydroponic agriculture as a startup, are we applicable to get grants? Yes, I think so. For example, no, you can go to IVP fund, but if you go for Nidi Prayas and all, they look for any kind of sensor are you developing, any kind of algorithm, not any mostly not software, any kind of hardware to measure the soil level, to improve the agriculture's irrigation level, kind of innovation you are doing, they will support. But but if you are looking for fund to start already existing technology, for example, hydrophobic phonic agriculture is already available. But in that case, if you are able to differentiate from the current solution, then they will be ready to fund you. So how much grant will be provided for tools and machinery if you are starting in agriculture? So if you are doing agriculture, grants are not for you. Sorry, grants are only for technological and science product. Okay, sir. So I have a project to whom I should take it first step. First is to go public by own or by corporate by marketing them. So it depends on, for example, that's why we want to do business model Canva. So business model Canva helps to understand this, helps to answer these questions. For example, one person has asked this, I have developed a project, whether I have to take it to market myself or I have to collaborate with any public forum or corporate for marketing them. So once you do business model, no, you can understand what the customers are looking at. For example, there is a problem, the customer want to solve it. Say they look for different platforms. So some people may search the problem, or they are completely go to specific centers or association to get the answer for their problem. For example, if I need a medicine, I will go to medical shop. So there are different platforms or channels where I can get my problem solved. So while talking to the customers or making research, you can understand that. So you don't need to worry about it. So initially, initially try to identify do the customer discovery process, then we can take care of it later. Okay. Guys, any other questions? Sir, any method to fund for cafe and bakery? If you are trying to do service, no. But if you are trying to build machine which can bake a particular cake or it can make the cake on your own, so it can 3D print the food, 3D print a cake. In that case, it may be fundable. But if you are trying to do service, no, absolutely no. Which type of type of business is better to start, whether it is service based or product based? Go for product based, because product based business are scalable, you can grow exponentially. So startup, most important thing is growth. If you want to grow exponentially, product business is the best one. So how to prepare business model document to cover angel funding and venture? So guys, one important thing is, if you have a startup idea, you don't need to convey an idea also, just to ping us. We have a feedback form. In that also you can, if you have a startup idea, you can mention it. Else you can mail to us. Just, I am having a startup idea. I need help to create business model Canva, or I want grant access. So you can ping us. We'll try to collect all the people who have the same requirement, and we have a one-on-one session. We will just try to understand what is your problem, how we can improve your idea, so that we can do it in future. Okay. So So, Saktil sir, please post the CED mail ID to Zoom and YouTube, so people can mail your idea. You just have to. You don't need to convey your idea also. Just give your one line intro about yourself and a hint about your idea, and say I have this kind of requirement. So based on that, we will conduct. If you are 10 people are interested, we'll collect all these 10 people together and have a session defining the business model Canva. Okay. Will the grant be provided for expanding business? No, it's completely for all the grant is provided just for converting your idea to prototype. Okay, so after that it doesn't provide. So you can go and check all the terms and conditions. All these grants are provided just to convert your idea to prototype only. Guys, any other questions you have? If I do a project on vertical agriculture using IoT, this funding system will help me. Yeah, but if so, here they will fund for the sensor what you are developing. For example, if using IoT, you are trying to monitor the what is the moisture level, what are the soil nutrition level. So if you are able to develop this sensor which is more accurate, then they will fund for that hardware. So for developing a vertical agriculture, they won't do it. Okay. If you are starting a manufacturing business where we procure a new food, grant will be provided? No, absolutely no. Saravana Sarvan, the answer is simple. Okay. Your idea is if the grants are provided only for idea to product development, prototyping stage only. In that case, if you are developing a technology or science-based idea only, they will provide. It should be a kind of physical hardware only. Sir, is there any fund for waste management? Yes, absolutely yes. If you are trying to aggregate, for example, segregate uh, 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 waste from a plastic, degradable or non-degradable, it is a huge problem you are solving. So, for example, sometimes it can be help to solve a social problem also. Okay, so people consider the social innovation also as a technical innovation. So, in that case, you can apply for grant and you can get it. Guys, already the mail ID is given. Mail ID is CED EDI hub@gmail.com. You can, if you have any queries, you can put it in the mail. Just a casual conversation is also enough. We will be ready to help you. Okay. Sir, can I get a fund for reverse engineering of technology product? Absolutely no. Because it should be an innovative project. Okay, so for reverse engineering, you cannot provide grants and all, but you can get funding. But it depends on what, because no, if you are trying to reverse engineering a product which is already existing in the market, you are not doing any innovation or you're not building any competitive advantage. In that case, it is very difficult to get funding. Guys, we will mail the slides to you. Okay, I will ask Sakil sir to mail the slides. Okay, there may be you can just use it. Okay, there won't be any issue. Just take the last this presentation because you can see what are the grants available, and I have given some links. So you can go to the websites and check what is the eligibility criteria, how to fill the form, what are the terms and conditions. And if you have any queries, then you can mail to us and we will help you to fill the form for all these grants. So after developing the product, where can I sell it? Waste management and environment solution. So in case of waste management, you can collaborate with the government, okay, and apartments. So for them, the government is also providing a platform where a startup can collaborate with them to sell the product, okay. So waste management is completely done by the government, government organization. So you can get funding. So not an issue, okay.
Okay, sir. Ashok, sir.
Okay.
Can you wind up the meeting, sir?
Okay, thank you, Sakti. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you all for your time. And if you have any queries, you can put the mail to us. Okay, bye. Take care.